Tonight, a treat for the entire family, the premiere performance of Pillsbury's Magic Circus, starring Mark Wilson and his friend, Poppin' Fresh the Pillsbury Dou Boy. All brought to you by Pillsbury. Pillsbury, for good things to eat through the magic of fresh dough.
Hi, I'm Poppin' Fresh, the Pillsbury Dou Boy.
And I'm Mark Wilson.
Mark will show you the most amazing magic you've ever seen on television.
And some of the most fabulous circus acts in the whole world will be here, too. But first, here's Poppin' Fresh with some kitchen magic of his own.
Say hello to Poppin' Fresh dough. It's such a nice feeling to bake something fresh. Hop open a tube, get to know Poppin' Fresh dough.
The Dairy Case, that's Poppin' Fresh's place, where you'll find Poppin' Fresh biscuits. Tender light biscuits, best-selling biscuits in the land, and crescent rolls. Dinner rolls just taste better when you bake them up fresh. Poppin' Fresh Danish. Try them hot for breakfast. All kinds of cookie dough ready to go. And a hot dessert, turnover pies with real fruit, a light flaky dough, and creamy icing. The Dairy Case, that's the place to go to get to know Poppin' Fresh dough.
And Pillsbury.
It's such a nice feeling, get to know Poppin' Fresh dough.
Now, here's the man with the magic touch, Mark Wilson.
The show. Now, for the next few minutes, what you see may be hard to believe, but we would like for each of you to know at home that every trick performed on tonight's show will appear at home exactly the same as it appears to our studio audience here tonight. A fact witnessed and authenticated by our live guests. Actually, magic is quite simple. As a matter of fact, I'm going to teach you a trick that you can do yourself to illustrate the point. Now, in this trick, you need a handkerchief and a $50. Now, the first thing that I do is take the handkerchief like this and wave it up and down. You will notice that as I wave it, the handkerchief gets smaller and smaller and smaller, and pretty soon, you can't see it at all. Then I reach in my pocket. I remove the $50. I wave it over the handkerchief. I say the magic words, Magic Circus, and sure enough, that handkerchief turns into something entirely different. An egg. Now, I told you... Thank you. I told you I was going to let you in on this trick, and I am. The secret to this is not a real egg. This is what we in the trade call a fake egg. You see, we have a lot of big technical terms that we use in our business, as you can imagine. And inside of the egg is the handkerchief. You can see how easy that makes the trick. See, now, after the last show that I did this trick, someone came to me and they said, look, we understand how you do the trick, but where can we get an egg like this so that we can do it? Well, actually, this is a wooden egg. See, and wooden eggs are eggs that are laid by decoys. So you have to find a decoy nest like that. Now, the thing was, when I put my hand in my pocket, see, to put the $50 away, what I actually did was to take out the egg, you see, like this. But I kept the back of my hand to you so you couldn't see the egg. Now, that's what we call, technically, palming, you see. Now, when I was waving the handkerchief up and down like this, what I was actually doing at that point was pushing the handkerchief into the egg. You see? Now, technically, that's called pushing the handkerchief into the egg. Now, you get it all the way inside. You place the egg over in the left hand like this. This business about going to the pocket for the $50, that has nothing to do with the trick. That's what we call misdirection. You see, then you wave the $50 over the handkerchief, say the magic words, Magic Circus. That's what we call advertising. You put the $50 away, and then you proudly display the egg. Now, there is one thing that I want to caution you about if you do decide to do this trick for your friends. That is, never let anyone sit behind you like these nice folks over here. You see, because if you do, they will see the hole in the egg, and they'll know how the trick is done. However, if that should happen, here's what you do. First, you call your beautiful girl assistant, Nany Darniel. Up to help. You see, then you very slowly and deftly remove the hole from the egg, you see. And then you take the egg and you break it in a glass like that.
When it comes to entertainment, here's a real heavyweight, presenting Baby Alfie, the world's smallest performing elephant.
Boy, even if Baby Alfie is one of the smallest performing elephants in the world, he looks awful big to me.
I'll bet he looks that way to you, Poppin' Fresh. But here's a really big idea from Pillsbury that I'm sure everyone will like the looks of.
Say hello to Poppin' Fresh dough. It's such a nice feeling to make something fresh.
Poppin' Fresh crescent rolls. Dinner rolls just taste better when you bake them up yourself. Try Pillsbury Crescent, Butterflake, or Parker House.
It's such a nice feeling, get to know Poppin' Fresh dough. Say hello to my toaster sweet rolls. It's such a nice feeling to toast something fresh.
Toaster Danish swirls. Fresh from the dairy case makes them poppin' fresh from the toaster. You can feel the freshness. They actually pop back. toaster Danish swirls from Pillsbury.
It's such a nice feeling. Get to know my toaster sweet rolls.
Poppin' Fresh, are you still thinking about that elephant?
I was just trying to figure out how an elephant gets home after the program.
Let me see if I can explain it to you. I'll bet if I told you I could make that elephant disappear, you wouldn't believe me.
I don't believe it.
I told you so, but watch. I'm sure a number of you watching at home are thinking, sure, that's how it looks from the front. But if I were standing looking from the back as well as the front, it would be a different story. So, we've placed 2 of our cameras on each side of the stage to give you a view that you've never had before of a magic trick. I'm going to ask our director, Bill Foster, to take a picture. You taking it, Bill? Good. Okay, there's over there. That's one camera. Here's the other camera. So, and here we go. Watch what happens when I count to 3. What? Wait a minute. Hey, Alfie, are you there? Okay. Go. Get out of here. All right. Watch what happens when I count to 3. Here we go. 1, 2, 2.5, 3, go, hey, up.
And now, centering at the Magic Circus, it's time for entertainment on wheels, presenting the talented Charlie and Lisa Charles.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the Charlie Charleses, Charlie, Lisa, and Jimmy, will now perform one of the most difficult feats in show business. They will all three ride on one of the smallest bicycles in the world. Watch.
Now, Mark Wilson presents the latest, most exciting, and most baffling version of the famous illusion, dividing a young lady in half.
Jack biscuits break open like the best of homemade, right in the middle. Flaky and crisp, tender and light. Pillsbury's Hungry Jack biscuits break open like the best of homemade every time.
It's such a nice feeling. Get to know Hungry Jack Dough.
Boy, it's cold this morning.
Morning. This would be a good weekend for hot Danish rolls.
Good idea.
I'll get the oven and you get the Danish.
Hot Danish.
Careful, they're hot now.
Nothing warms the heart like fresh home baking. And fresh home baking starts with poppin' fresh dough.
Poppin' Fresh, you really are a miracle worker, aren't you?
Gee whiz. You know, it's all in the magic of fresh dough.
Well, it's time for some more Magic Circus. And now we're going to present a mystery in midair.
Do you mean that little tiny girl over there is going to perform on that great big trapeze? She's almost as small as I am.
You're right, Poppin' Fresh. I think I better help her out with some magic.
Say hello to Pop and Fresh Dough. It's such a nice feeling to bake something fresh.
Pillsbury chocolate chip cookies. Fresh and flavorful. 'Cause cookies hot from the oven beat cold from the box any day. Try Pillsbury chocolate chip cookies. Fresh from the dairy case.
It's such a nice feeling. Get to know Pop and Fresh Dough.
What do you like best about Pillsbury Pop and Fresh Dough?
Oh, it gives me a chance to bake. It's so convenient. There's no easier way to make biscuits. And how can you make hot cinnamon rolls in the morning? And my bunch especially likes these crescent rolls.
But what do you really like best?
I love it when you bake.
That's what I like best.
Fresh home baking starts with Pop and Fresh Dough. And now, get ready to watch Mark with some amazing sleight of hand. Only, thank goodness his hands aren't as slight as mine.
Trick with a thimble. Watch. Watch the thimble. There it is. All right. You take the thimble like this, put it here. Catch it before it gets away. Now you take the thimble like this, put it here. But just a minute. Just a second. Don't go away. I'll be back to you in a minute. I can't seem to get the thimble. I'll grab both fingers. This is an occupational hazard you have if you're a magician. I thought I had it. I guess I didn't. And there's one where you take the thimble like this, put it here, throw it up in the air, and it comes down here. See, like that. Now, I'll do that again in case you didn't see it. I'll do it a little slower. Watch. Put the thimble in the hand like that, then you throw it up in the air. You know where it is? It's up in the air, so you got to hit it in there. And there's one where you take the thimble like this. Now, watch. I'm going to take the thimble, put it in my hand, and I'm going to put my hand in my pocket. Now, I have these suits especially made, and there's a very small hole right here, the outside of this pocket. I rub, and the thimble comes right out through the hole. But it's very small, and it heals up, and you probably can't even see it. See, after it comes up. There's one where I take the thimble like this, put it up in my sleeve, it goes down the sleeve and lands on the finger. And there's one where you go... How much time have we got? I make it show any length this way, see? Oh, that's terrible. The only thing to do in a case like that is go... Four for you and four for you. Good. Now I'm going to teach you another trick. It's another one that you can do. First, I'll show you how it looks when you do it for your friends, and then you can make one of these up. It uses a large card, you see, and you'll notice that there is one spot on this side of the card, 4 spots on the other side of the card, 3 spots on the other side, and 6 spots on the other side. I'll do that again in case you didn't see. Watch. There's 1 spot over here, 4 spots over here, 3 spots over here, and 6 spots over here. And here's the secret. Here's the way you make one of these. Actually, what you do is you paint 5 spots on this side of the card in this manner. You see, like this. Now, when you put your hand here, like this, it looks like 6 spots, see? And when you put your hand here, it appears to be 4 spots. Now, on the other side, there are 2 spots. Place your hand here, it appears to be 3 spots, and up here, it looks like 1 spot. That's the way the trick works. Now, I do want to caution you when you do this trick for your friends to always keep your hand over this 5th spot, over here. That's very important. Because if you should take it away, they would see immediately that you did not really have 4 spots, you see, on that side of the card. There are 3 spots over here. And you can understand, when you showed them 6 spots on this side of the card, they would become very suspicious. You have 1 spot here, and you say Magic Circus, and end up with 8 spots on this side of the card. My card. Thank you. Hey, speaking of cards, you may have wondered how a magician can predict what's going to happen in the future, because that's one of the things that magicians do. And I'm going to show you tonight how magicians do that very thing. I'm going to do it with some cards and with the assistance of someone in the audience. Oh, here's a very attractive young lady. Hi. What's your name?
Francine.
Francine, would you mind helping me with this trick?
No problem.
Okay. you're kind of trapped, aren't you? All right? Good. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to use some cards. Now, these are the cards. These are our prediction cards, you see. You see the cards? You see they're all different? Mm-hmm. That's so you can tell them apart. See? Okay? Now, what I'm going to do is from this deck, I will select a card that will match exactly the card that you are going to select from another deck. Okay? All right. Now, I don't want you to see the card, because if you do, you might know, you would know what the card was, and then it wouldn't be fair. Okay? So don't you look, okay? You look off over there somewhere. Okay, now I'm going to show the card to everybody else. Everybody see that? Okay? See it? Around over here? Don't look, Francine. Okay? All right, now there's the card. Now, I'm going to ask, would you hold out your hand, please? Now, here we go. If you hold on to that card right there, put your other hand on top. Good, don't go away, all right? That's the prediction card. Now, we have another deck. See, these are blue back cards. Now, I have a package of red cards, and from this of cards, you are going to freely select any one of the cards. Won't that be amazing? Remember, folks, from this deck, she can select any card that she wants. And if the trick works, this card that you select, you're laughing. You don't think she can do it. I can see it. Now, here's what we're going to do. We're going to move the cards one at a time. You see, from the top to the bottom. And whenever you say stop, that will help us select the card, okay? And that's the one we'll take. So, Francine, anytime that you want, you can say stop. Anytime tonight will be fine. But you want it right there. Okay, now, what I want you, everybody remember this, burn this into your memory, will you? You're gonna look funny with a burnt memory tomorrow, but that's right. Now, there's the, would you hold out your hand for me, Francine? Take the card, yeah, either hand, right, good. Put your other hand on top. Okay, now, remember that she had an absolutely free choice of any card that she wants. Now, if this trick works, the card that you selected should exactly match the prediction card. Wouldn't that be wonderful if that happened, okay? Now, Francine, peek at the corner of your card and just say the name of it, okay? So everybody will know.
It's a 4.
What?
4 diamonds.
This is the, we're on the air now, so it's okay. Say the real name of the card now.
I think it's 4 diamonds.
That's kind of embarrassing. 4 diamonds. Let's see. Oh, it is. It is the 4 diamonds. Well, that's right. I remembered that we were going to match the prediction card, and congratulations. Thank you, Francine.
And now, we call your attention to the center ring of Magic Circus and those heroes of the gridiron, Lillian Stebbings and her football-playing boxers. A scientific miracle was recorded by the television camera as we witnessed one of our astronauts floating weightless in the depths of outer space. Now, we witness a magical miracle, a beautiful young lady floating in inner space, as Mark Wilson and Nany Darniel present the mystical riddle of weightlessness. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, as always with Mark Wilson, there is no trick photography.
Mark really makes miracles look easy, doesn't he, folks? Almost as easy as baking the Pillsbury fresh dough way.
Say hello to Papa Fresh Dough. It's such a nice feeling to bake something fresh.
Poppin' fresh turnover pies, real fruit, flaky dough, and creamy icing. Try Pillsbury turnover pies in the dairy case.
It's such a nice feeling, get to know Papa Fresh Dough.
Say hello to a $25,000 bake-off recipe.
Magic Marshmallow Crescent Puffs. Dip the Kraft marshmallows in parquet margarine, sugar, and cinnamon. Wrap them in crescent dough. As they bake, the marshmallows melt, creating a light, delicious sweet roll. The recipe's on packages of Pillsbury Crescent rolls.
The recipe in that commercial reminds me it's time to enter next year's bake-off. Pick up an entry blank at the dairy case or in your Sunday paper. You could win $25,000 at the bake-off in Houston. Hey, Poppin' Fresh, how would you like to take a ride and come popping out of this little cannon?
Hey, that's already part of my act, Mark. I'll just stick around a while and see what you can do with it.
Okay, watch this. Now we're going to present one of the most, what is it, Rebo? But a bell. Yes, I see the bell. What about the bell? It's a spirit. I don't care whether it's a spirit bell, because we're going to do the trick here with the cannon. This bell answers questions, ladies. That's amazing. How can a bell answer questions? Once for yes. There. Twice for no. Really, how can it do that? When it's under the cloth, in the dark, it answers the questions. Oh, I don't believe it, but let's try it anyway, okay? All right, now, let's see. Is this trick going to work? Let's find out. Yes. Hey, it did. It worked. That's amazing. Is Rebo going to get a raise? That's another question. Another question. Is Rebo going to get a raise? No. Well, that's no dumbbell. I can see that. I've got a hard question for it now, okay? How old is this young lady right here in the audience? That nice-looking lady. How old is she? Can you tell me? In the bell? Okay. 1, 2. I know she's older than 3. And not only that, you dropped the bell, Rebo. Did you? Look at that. 1, 2, 3. Will you get out of here with your trick? And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to present one of the most unusual journeys ever seen on television. And here is the young lady who will be taking that fantastic trip. Here she comes. Come right out. Okay. Now, she's going to fly faster than the speed of sound. Faster than the eye can follow. Or perhaps it's only the eye playing magic tricks on you. Watch and see. Here we go. Fellas. Now I'm going to borrow a handkerchief from someone. But do you have a handkerchief over here that I can borrow? Handkerchief? All right, sir. Thank you. Handkerchief.
Magic of ABC, starring David Copperfield, with special guests Fred Berry, Sean Cassidy, Howard Cosell, Kate Jackson, Hal Linden, Penny Marshall, Christy McNichol, Donnie and Marie Osmond, Parker Stevenson, Dick Van Patten and Adam Rich, Abe Vigoda, and Cindy Williams.
Presenting The Magic of ABC, brought to you by Pillsbury and his family of fine products. Pillsbury Slice and Bake Cookies, Pillsbury Cinnamon Rolls with Icing, Pillsbury Crescent Rolls, and Hungry Jack brand biscuits. Watch closely, folks. You ain't seen nothing yet.
I'm David Copperfield. Ever since I was born 20 years ago, television has been a part of my life. It was my babysitter, my school book, my best friend, and my first love. So I guess you could call me a full-fledged member of the TV generation. That's why tonight is doubly exciting for me. I get to host my first TV special and work with 14 of the biggest stars on the ABC network. Tonight, we're going to be looking at the new season with music, comedy, and of course, magic. back later in the show. Stay with us.
Very good. You did that well.